Safety Building Risky for Contractor by Peter Zakari, staff writer with the Daily Star, Oneonta, New York, December 1979. Timothy Wilsey of 52 Elm Street is a man with self-confidence. He is the contractor building the foundation of the new Oneonta Public Safety Building at Main and Market Streets. The job is the largest he has ever done in 3 years of self-employment. He is taking a considerable personal risk to do it. Wilsey's bid on the job was $137,000, $16,000 less than the next lowest bid from an out-of-town firm. But he had to fight for the contract when city officials insisted on a 100% bond to protect the city. As a newcomer to the business, Wilsey was unable to get the bond underwritten by an insurer. Applications for such bonds are like applications for commercial loans, he said. The company wants to know whether you've made a profit on past projects, whether the project was well constructed, and how much working capital the applicant has, and so on, he explained. And even then, the bonds are hard to get. Wilsey at first offered a $50,000 cash bond. The Common Council rejected that. 2 weeks later, he came up with a full $137,000 with the help of 3 local backers. He declined to name them. The backing puts his reputation on the line, and with it, most of what he owns. Wilsey has not incorporated himself, which means that his personal possessions, as well as those of his business, are to some extent at risk in the case of a business disaster. But he said, "I'd rather take risks than collect unemployment." The risks aren't hard to take if you have faith in what you're doing, he said. Tim Wilsey is 28, an Oneonta High School graduate. He studied electrical engineering work at Delhi Tech and then became an apprentice carpenter with the Hudson Valley District Council of Carpenters. When he finished his apprenticeship 3 years ago, he began to work on his own. He built a number of houses and apartment houses in the area, some of them entirely on his own, without subcontracting any of the work. He learned operation of heavy equipment in the National Guard. He also worked on the Oxford home the Veterans Administration built, on 9 I-88 bridges in and around Oneonta, and on a new building at Delhi Tech. But he said he prefers working on his own to working for other people. The safety building has been an educational experience, he said. He has had up to 10 employees working for him. His wife, Chris, did the bookkeeping. Among the things he didn't expect, he said, was the quantity of shop drawings that the project required. Shop drawings are detailed drawings of the project as it is actually built and as it differs from the architect's plans. Almost inevitably, there are some adjustments that have to be made. The adjustments involve such things as mathematical errors in the original specifications, for example. The task of making the adjustments involves a lot of calls back and forth among architects, city officials, and the project engineer. Wilsey spends most of his time organizing, he said. You've got to have the nerve to stand up for yourself. He does not admit to letting the routine hassles bother him. He has an advantage, he observed. When I get tense, I can go out and run the backhoe. Wilsey does some of the physical work on the site, but he has not had to dig any ditches. Running the backhoe doesn't really count as labor, he said. The safety building foundation, which is nearing completion, will be the foundation of what he hopes will become a $1 million general contracting business. The way to accomplish that, he said, is to go from one project to larger and larger ones. There will be several commercial and industrial projects next year in the Oneonta area, he said. After that, he doesn't know what will happen, but there are always houses and house renovations and other work to keep food on the table. The safety building job was a stroke of luck in a way. The city could have bid the entire $1.5 million project to a large general contractor, and so put it out of reach of small contractors like Wilsey. Architect James Schmidt and city engineer Richard Olton both said Wilsey's work has been excellent. "I'm sorry he didn't bid on Phase 2, said Schmidt. Wilsey apparently did not bid because the $500,000 job would go beyond his bonding ability. Wilsey acknowledged that he was able to get financial backing because his backers, some of them prominent local citizens, were also pleased with what he has done.